guys, I'm going to repeat myself some here. I couldn't find the other video, so I don't know how much I'm going to repeat. Probably be a lot. Talk about gambling in pool, especially, playing for money. I guess you could play for a car or whatever. I guess I've heard of things like that, but playing for money for the most part, what I'm talking about. One of the stories that I have is that in 2021, I went down to Buffalo's, and Tony and I had some lessons. And then after that, we're watching a couple guys play in one pocket, some kind of a set race. I don't remember the details, but it was for $10,000. So Tony and I are just sitting there watching these guys, and Tony turns to me and he's like, "Dude, you could beat either one of these guys." And I'm like, "Well, thanks, but I couldn't beat him for no $10,000 because I would get nervous playing for that amount of money. I didn't have that amount of money." Those two guys that were playing, they were very friendly with each other. They were just playing. They enjoyed gambling for money, and apparently had money to burn. About 20 years ago, there were a couple of guys on the internet use groups. I used to frequent those quite a bit, and I knew both these guys, and they both seemed like friendly guys, on the internet, but they did not like each other. And it seemed to me like that all started in a disagreement over an aiming system. And you probably guessed which aiming system it was, because there's really only one aiming system, where a lot of people end up sounding crazy and stuff and get really, 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 really defensive about it if you question it at all. Anyway, so these guys got into a disagreement about an aiming system or a lack thereof. It's still going on. 23 years later, these guys still hate each other. It just kept escalating. And maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, one of the guys started the whole, "Let's play for money, let's play for money, let's play for money," and ended up doing a deal where they went to a neutral location, had it all streamed and shit for $10,000. And, they played, and one of them won, and the other one didn't. This match, it was surreal, because like I said, I knew those guys. I had never met them in person at that. Well, maybe I had met one of them in person at that time. Like, yeah, friendly enough guys, all that. Boy, they didn't like each other. Anyway, they play this match. One of them wins. Proved 3 things. Proved that this guy had a much bigger bark than his bite. It proved that this guy was not very comfortable playing for that amount of money against his arch nemesis. He was worried about losing for that amount of money, and against his arch nemesis, he wasn't able to play his real game. And the third thing it proved, probably the most important, was on this occasion, this particular match, this guy won. That's what it proved. It did not prove that this aiming system was crap, or this guy had a better cue, or this guy's dad could beat up this guy's dad. This guy had a bigger dick. It didn't prove anything except those 3 things I just said. Not one of those guys had any fun. I guarantee neither one of those guys had any fun doing that, because they didn't like each other. So they were only playing because they had this damn disagreement, and at least one of them felt like the only way to settle the disagreement was play for money. And like the other guy was like, "Fine. Maybe it'll shut you up." I think that was the impression that I got. Was he like, maybe it'll shut him up? It didn't. But that's fine. I have gambled. That was really good. You see that ball back up? Wow. I've gambled on pool in my life for money, not never no $10,000, but for decent amounts and stuff. And I've kind of moved away from that quite a bit over the last several years. I guess I'm just not seeing much of a point in it. Thing is, in the first example I talked about, those two guys seem to like each other just fine. They're just playing because it's fun for them. I don't know how the hell you can say it's fun to play for $10,000. It's fun for the guy that wins. And anyway, and then the second two guys I talked about, they didn't like each other. I'm thinking, okay, why are they playing? If I don't like you, and you say, let's play for money, or let's play for a beer, whatever it is, I don't like you. So why would I want to hang out with you and play pool? I wouldn't. It's a trick question. I would not want to hang out with you and play pool. If we are friends, we do get along at least, and you want to play for something, and it's a comfortable amount for me, I'll do it. But I almost always tell people when I'm first meeting them, my overwhelming preference is just to play. Make a ball, get shaped, make another ball, get shaped. Just play, just have fun. But I do understand that some people, they need that little bit of pressure. Something needs to be on the line, or they're not able to play their best game, their most serious game. I understand. I am personally not like that, but I can completely understand how some people are. So if somebody's like, yeah, we got to play for $10 a game, or my head's not in, or whatever. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather not, but let's do it. Unless they're a dick. If they're a dick, I'm not gonna do it. I wouldn't play them for a penny. If I don't like them, I'm not gonna hang out with them at all. Not for whatever amount of money. It's just not gonna happen. If I absolutely just don't like somebody, maybe I know in my head already that I'm a billion times better player than they are. And they come to me with, let's play for $10,000 a game. You know what? I'm still not going to do it because I don't like the person. Even though it's an easy $10,000 for me, I would have to like hang out with this guy. And no, screw that. It's not going to happen. But I'm pretty sure I'm unique in a lot of that. After all that yammering, I missed a straight and shot on the eight. You see that? Now somebody can get in the comments and go, let's play for money because you missed the eight. Let's not. You're gonna come at me with that kind of stuff, like come at me like you're a dick. I'm gonna treat you like one. And I'm no thanks. I mean, if you press the issue, then maybe I'll just say, you know what? I don't play dicks. That's just me. Very well could just be me. People will read stuff into what I think are like very simple things. If somebody comes up to me and says, let's play for $10,000 a game, and I say no, no thank you, no, I don't play dicks, whatever, depending on the circumstances, that doesn't mean, oh, you're a better player than me. Oh, your Q's better than me. Oh, your dad can beat up my dad. Your dick's bigger than me. It doesn't mean any of that. You know what it means? If I say I don't want to play for $10,000 a game, it means I don't want to play for $10,000 a game. That's all it means. All it means. I could have various reasons for not wanting to do it. In that particular case, that's too much damn money for me, somebody at my level, to wager in pool. If I don't like somebody, I don't want their money. I want nothing to do with them. And I absolutely don't want to give them any of my money. Again, I want nothing to do with them. I've lost friends in my life, pool playing friends, because of money. Because they want to play, they get their ego involved or whatever. Let's play for money. And almost all these cases I'm thinking about right now, I was a better player at the time. And I would be, okay, yeah, I'll give you 3 games on the wire at 9 ball or something like that. But man, we were playing 9 ball back then. And their ego won't let them do it. So they lose. Play again. Okay, and then they lose again. And eventually they might be like, raise the bet, raise the bet, raise the bet. Trying to psych me out. Don't try to psych me out because I'm liable to just quit. I will quit winner if somebody keeps trying to jack the bet on me. I will do it. So you are warned on that. Because I don't like this gamesmanship, mind games bullshit. Except I want to just play. I want to play with people that I enjoy hanging out with. I don't want to play for ego's sake or anything like that. For money, I don't, I'm not gonna say I don't need the money. Everybody wants money, but that's not why. That's not why I play for money. I don't think I've ever once played another person because I needed the money. I played in tournaments because I needed the money. But like, hey, let's play for money. No, I've never been the one that does that. But the most I would ever do, if I feel like somebody's being a little bit lippy or whatever, then I could say, hey, I think I can beat you. Let's go find out. And then they might say, let's play for money. Okay. Usually a circumstance like that, I think they're being a jerk and I don't want anything to do with them. But in my younger days, I guess I was a little bit more cocky. That pocket was giving me a problem yesterday. Same kind of deal. How deep do you have to hit the ball to get it to go in? It's pretty funny. It's raining like crazy outside. We're supposed to have tornadoes and shit tonight. And I guess that one hit the rail. I guess it's a good thing that all my cues are in cases now. So I don't have to go through and do that. I'm going to make this 5 this time. Probably not. Hey, I am making it. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to just say about this whole gambling thing. I am not an anti-gambling or anything. People do it. People do it because it's fun for them. People do it because they don't feel like they can play unless there's something on the line. I have no problem with any of that, and I do it myself. I'll get into a match with somebody like that. My preference is why. I don't see the point of it, but that's just me. I'm Dave. Hi, I'm Dave. I just don't see the point of it. When people start getting into the whole grudge match bullshit, or the let's keep raising the stakes and maybe the other guy will crumble because the stakes are so high. When they start getting into stuff like that, and they start turning into mind games, or just flat out hanging out with somebody that you don't like. No, no, I will never understand that. And I will hopefully never again participate in things like that. I don't like playing friends for money. I don't like playing my friends for money because in the minds of some people, then all of a sudden the money becomes what's important, not the friendship and the camaraderie and all that. It becomes about the money. And as I said, I've lost friends over shit like that. And it's not like I have millions of friends to choose from, especially not that play pool. If I'm playing somebody for some amount, whatever, something that's reasonable for me, we get done, whether I win or lose, I want to be perfectly fine go to the bar with the guys, sit down, have a beer, bullshit for a while. I want to be perfectly fine with that. If I get the feeling that's not going to be the case, the guy's getting pissed or something, or I guess maybe I could be getting pissed, although usually I don't, and we're not going to be on very friendly terms when we're done, I'm liable to just say, you know what, this is our last game. I'm not having any fun anymore. If they press me, then I can say, you're turning into a dick because of the money. I'll tell them. And I'm an old man. I'm allowed to tell people shit and spout my mind and all that. Because old people can get away with shit. You know, I can hit on pretty bartenders and waitresses now that I couldn't have done 30 years ago. Anyway, that's it.